But first to Luke Goggin and a day that could so easily have ended in tragedy when a water ski jump went very badly wrong.
I was water skiing in a competition. It was the jump event, and as I was coming up to the ramp to take my jump, I caught my foot. My foot went through the water. Because you're travelling at such a speed, I literally just fell forward over the distance of 30 feet and hit the jump straight smack on.
He has been extremely lucky because it was a horrendous injury that he sustained. His shoulder at that stage dislocated, and I think he was knocked unconscious. Had he been a little bit more unlucky, it would have killed him.
To be honest, I don't remember a whole lot about it. My suit filled up with water and I went to the bottom of the lake. Luckily, the jump is only about 10 yards from the bank, so a couple of guys dived in and pulled me out. My helmet was smashed and my head had cracked open, so I was bleeding quite heavily from the face. So they laid me on the bank, and at the time, people were paying a lot of attention to my head because of the injury and didn't really sort of focus in on my shoulder, which ultimately is proved to be the bigger injury.
What was unusual in Luke's situation, and probably because of the very forceful injury, was that the ligaments here was actually intact, but the muscles which are sitting here on top, holding the ball in the right place, had been torn off. So the combination of a muscle injury in someone who is under 30 is exceedingly unusual, and I've never seen it before.
Water skiing runs in Luke's family. His dad was also a member of the British team.
I started water skiing when I was about 3 years old. I think I could actually water ski before I could walk as well, which was quite interesting. The only real difference between barefoot water skiing and normal water skiing is the surface area you're on is only from about here to about here, and that much of your foot is probably in the water. Whereas obviously if you're on a ski, you have nearly 6 foot by about 12 inches in the water.
For Luke, previously captain of the British under-21s water skiing team, who won the European Championships, it meant missing this year's competition.
I was definitely gutted. I'd literally, the week before, just been selected to be in the British team, and I thought I'd better get one more competition before I went with the guys to Italy. And unfortunately, the fact that I couldn't stand or walk in a straight line probably ruled me out of that team, and they had to cut me from the squad and bring in another guy.
So Luke, today's the day.
It is, yeah.
You know, we're going to be operating you this afternoon, and the muscles that was torn off when you had your accident last year,
yep,
hopefully will be repaired back to its normal strength. He will be immobilized completely for 6 weeks. And then after that, gradually he'll be allowed to build up the movement, and then after that, gradually the strength again. I would anticipate that it will probably take at least 6 months before he's able to be stronger than what he is now.
So after a tough few months, how does Luke manage to stay positive at such a difficult time?
I work for a motivational and attitudinal training company. I can't affect the muscles being separated from my arm movement. The surgeon's going to do that for me. What I can do is focus on the goal and start working towards that.
The operation involves reattaching Luke's tendon, which is critical for realigning his shoulder.
We have one decent chance of getting you back to rugby and water skiing opportunities, and if we miss it, then I think we've blown it.
That crucial operation didn't go quite according to plan, and we'll find out exactly what happened a little later.